In this tutorial we will demonstrate some of the basic tools that are used in 3D design. For the purpose of the exercise we're going to design a cup, a simple cup or mug. The shape of the cup is cylindrical, so we will start with a circle. We will click here to specify the center of the circle, and we will key in a diameter, and we're going to make it 50 millimeters, and then hit the check mark to say that we've finished that stage of it. Now the cup must also have a handle. We could design the cup and the handle separately and join them together, but for this exercise it's going to be easier if we do them both at the same time. So now we are looking down on the base of the cup and we are going to make provision for a handle. At this point that provision will be very simple and crude. We will form it from a rectangle and click and pull to there. That should be deep enough. Hit the check mark and we'll change our view of the design so that we can see a little bit better how it's represented. So now we need to draw out that circle and handle to create the cylinder that will be the basis of the cup. So we're going to select the extrude tool, and we have to select both of the shapes that are going to be extruded, so the circle and the rectangle together, and we're going to pull them up, and I think that we'll make that 60 millimeters. So we'll click on fit so that we can see it in. That's a fairly substantial cup. So the next thing that we want to do is actually make the cup hollow. Unless it's hollow you can't use it as a cup. So we will look at the top of the cup. There we go, we're looking down on it. We'll get rid of the sketch on the bottom so it doesn't distract us, and we are going to draw another circle. So here we go, we'll find the center of the circle here and we'll pull it out to 40. That's a good distance. That leaves the walls of the cup 5 millimeters thick. It's a fairly thick cup, but that's okay. So we've got that. So now we have the circle at the top of the cup, which will represent the opening, and we will go back to a sideways view and we will use the extrude tool to make that opening deep. So we're going to pull down, and the cup was 60 high, so I think that we should make this 55. And remember, it's minus 55. If you do it 55, then this will stick up out of the top. We don't want that, we want it going down into the cup. So let's see how that looks. We'll click orbit and we'll spin the cup around, and there we can see down inside it. Okay, a nice cup shape. So we'll click on this, go back to that position there. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to shape the handle. So I will click on there, so we're looking the handle straight on, and we will do a sketch using the polyline, and we have to we have to decide which surface we're going to draw on. We have to click on the surface that we're going to draw on. So we've chosen the surface of the handle, and now we find the start point for our line, and we click and click and click and click and click. This is forming the area of the handle that we are going to remove, and we're going to remove that area by extruding it in a negative way, just the same as we did when we made the opening of the cup. So again, we'll turn it a little bit sideways. Let's rotate it, the orbit tool. There we go. Then we can see better what we're doing. And we're going to extrude. We select this face to extrude and this face to extrude, and we extrude them in a negative direction all the way through to the other side. Enter. Get rid of the sketches. We didn't withdraw quite enough. Okay, so let's undo that. Undo that. There we go. And we'll try it again. Extrude. Select. Select. And then we're going to pull it back through. Okay, so we're clear of the other side. Hit enter. There we go. It's gone there. So we'll hide the sketches. There we have a rough outline of the handle. So we don't want it quite that rough. So let's give it a bit of shape. We'll click on here and we'll apply a fillet to this edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to curve that in like that. Okay, and then we're going to apply a fillet to this edge. Click and draw that in. Okay, so we're getting a nice rounded handle, and then let's orbit it again to get at this. There we go. And we're going to apply a fillet here. There we go, get a nice curve. Hit enter. Let's look at it from the front. Okay, that's a reasonably pleasing shape. Now we need a hole in the handle. So the easy way to do the hole in the handle, we won't do a circle, we'll do an ellipse. And first of all, we're going to sketch on this surface, and then we want the center point of the ellipse here. We define this plane of the ellipse first, and then we give it its depth. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we'll swing it round. Okay, orbit. There we go. And then we want to once again draw that through using the extrusion tool. So we're going to click on this shape, and we're going to extrude in a negative amount all the way through. Hit enter, get rid of the sketch, and there we have something that's looking more and more like a cup. Now we will use the fillet tool to make some of those edges a bit more comfortable. I don't think it would be very comfortable drinking from this cup the way that it is at the moment. So we'll select this edge and click and pull and make it nice and round. hit enter. Do the same again for the outer edge. Click, pull. There we go, nice round surface. Enter. Then we will do these edges of the handle, make those nice and round. Select this edge and fillet radius will be 3. So click on there, click on there. That's too much. Let's go back and try that again. Okay, so fillet tool, select this edge, and we will just there we go. Enter. Fillet tool, select this edge, enter. Now let's spin it round so that we can clearly see the other side, and we'll use the fillet tool and click it on that edge, and there we go, enter. Click it on that edge, enter. Okay, then I'm going to look at the base of the cup. We'll click the fillet tool, we'll select this edge, round it off. Okay. See how it's looking. That's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. One more to do. So we'll go to the fillet tool and go down to the bottom of the cup, and there we go. Because if we don't do that, then the cup will be difficult to clean. That sharp corner in the bottom will be difficult to clean. So I think that's looking pretty good. Let's spin it around a bit. I think we've loosened all the corners. We don't have any holes for the drink to leak out of. It's got a reasonably comfortable handle. Yeah, there you go. So have a think about the dimensions that you want for your cup, and have a go, see if you can design it. Maybe you'll come up with something special. Good luck.